Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Denali and I'm a full-time reseller on eBay and Poshmark. My store and closet name is DUCHO, ELDUCHO, and you can find me on Instagram as DUCHO Thrift. If you're not subscribed to my channel and you like reseller content, hit the button down below. And if you enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up on your way out today. All right, so I'm here today with a video talking about thoughts and goals that I have for myself for 2020. So I don't know, maybe this will inspire or spark something inside of you. It's really me just laying out my thoughts or goals for this upcoming year. So if that interests you, keep watching. So in thinking about doing this, the first thing that I thought about was all of my streams of income and how I've been making money this past year. So I just wanted to lay it out there for you in case you're curious how I make money. So in no particular order, I sell on eBay, Poshmark, Tradesy, Etsy. I send items to ThredUp and also the RealReal, which are online consignment stores. I have a YouTube channel, which you're watching now, and I do make money off of ads that play during videos. I have a podcast, which is called Flip the Script. It's for resellers, about resellers. If you haven't listened to it, check it out. I sell locally, so Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, platforms like that. And then I have Amazon affiliate links, which are actually just down in the description here. It's just of like items that I use, because oftentimes people ask me like, what label printer do you use? How do you take photographs? I use that big guy. So yeah, so those, in writing them down, those were all the things that I could think of. If I'm missing something, put it in the comments below that I'm not thinking of. So that is how I make money. So for this next year, for 2020, I maybe want to add to that. So some things that I was thinking of, a new one that I've been thinking of, which actually if you're watching on your mobile device, you'll see that just down below here, there is like merch that I've created. So I started using this website called Teespring, like T-E-E, T-shirt Spring. And you can basically just create designs on there. Anybody can do it and you can sell them and they'll advertise them on their platform. Yeah, I'm not really sure who it gets advertised to. And then you make a small percentage off of it. Amazon has something like this. Lots of other websites do. This is just one of many that you can use. So expanding, designs that I would put on, merchandise. Right now I just have quotes that I've said in my videos, which I thought were kind of funny. So yeah. Another possible idea is something like a Patreon group or small group setting. Patreon is just like one option, and I use that as just more of a descriptive word than actually necessarily using that platform. I don't know exactly what I would want to use at this point, but it's just something that's rolling it around in my head at this point. Oh, and the reason why I mentioned that is because I forgot one of my streams of income is that I'm actually doing, you can call it consulting or mentoring. I haven't publicly announced this. This is actually the first time I've said it anywhere, which I was hesitant to say it at all. But I was talking with my friend Steven, who is C Fashion Guru here on YouTube and Instagram. And he was saying that I should talk about it more or just announce that I'm doing it. So it is something that I'm doing. I'm working with other resellers one-on-one on a range of different topics. My prior career was in human resources, and one of my favorite things to do in that position was succession planning. And that's basically, goal setting to get you to the next level, putting actions and things into place that are going to get you to the next level. So I've worked with people on a number of different topics, going on to new platforms or increasing their sales volume on other platforms, as well as social media if they're looking to expand or grow their social media. I am by no means do I have a doctorate in reselling or social media. I only know what I know from my prior experience. So if that's something that would interest you, you can reach out to me through my email, which is lduchothrift@gmail.com. It's also in the description. So anyways, I just wanted to add that in, but expanding the consulting that I am doing because I do enjoy it. That was one of my favorite parts about working in human resources, was getting to work with people one-on-one. I like people, if you couldn't tell. um, and then possibly just expanding onto other platforms that I've dipped my toe into but haven't put a lot of work into. So for instance, I'd be like Depop, maybe going into Amazon, stuff like that. So just putting a little more work into those, because, you know, for all of these platforms that exist out there, really they all have algorithms, and the algorithms favor consistent activity, which I haven't given to all of them. So that is something I'm thinking of as well. And doing more local sales now that I have this office space, which I'm in here today. I have kind of a neutral place that people can meet me at to purchase things from me. Prior to that, I just did pickups, you know, from my house. But I like having an actual spot that people could come to. And then also possibly dipping my toe into KDP, which is Kindle Direct Publishing. I know many people here on YouTube do it. Anne, I think her channel is, well, it's Anne Eckhart. It used to be See and Save, but I don't think it's that anymore. Anyways, Anne Eckhart. And then my friend Chrissy, her channel is Reseller Revolution. Excuse me, I know both of them do KDP. So that would be something I would look into, but obviously all of these things just require time. And yeah, if I could also make the day longer than 24 hours, I absolutely would, because I always need more time. Here in my office, so goals that I have for the office space is to pare down the inventory that I have. I have a lot of old inventory that I just need to move through. I've been lazy about going through it and pulling items to send to ThredUp or take to Plato's Closet, but that's really something that I just need to bite the bullet and do, because I can run as many auctions as I want, but it doesn't always mean that I'll sell items. And just continue to further organize this space. Once I've pared down the inventory, I hope to maybe take away like 1 or 2 of the shelving units that I have here, just so that I can then, excuse me, bring in my jackets and accessories, which are still in my garage at my house. And then maybe at some point down the line, hire an employee, whether that be part-time or full-time. I don't know if I would have full-time work, but you never know. To come in and help me. It'd be nice to have somebody do shipping, especially if I was out of town, to be able to have somebody do shipping. But again, that's just another cost for my business, and I don't know that at this point I'm ready to take that on. In terms of traveling, my 2020 plans, all I have so far that I would plan to attend would be eBay Open, which generally takes place in July in Las Vegas, and then Posh Fest, which is Poshmark's annual conference, and that is generally in October, and you never know when that's going to be, where that's going to be. They always announce it like 4 months out, I think, 3 to 4 months out. So just planning to save money to attend those events. I like attending reseller events. That's something in general. I want to attend more local reseller events. I've just been so busy recently that I just haven't had the opportunity to, but I love meeting other resellers. So just freeing up some time, if I can find ways to free up time, because it's really great for networking. So if you're not attending reseller events and you're thinking, where do I find out about these, Denali? Well, Poshmark has on their blog, their Posh and Sips. So I recommend checking that out. And if you're not on Poshmark, sign up, because that's a great reason just alone to go and meet other resellers. I do have the podcast, like I mentioned. I just want to continue to increase my listenership, expand my listenership. I'm at about 3,000 listeners right now weekly, which is really exciting. If you are listening to the podcast, I really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying doing it. I think the people that I've had the opportunity to speak with are so interesting, but also continuing to find new interesting people to interview. You know, what I'm looking for in the podcast for interviewing people is I'm looking for people who are successful. So that's number one. And that can mean a range of different things, but I'm looking for people who are making, you know, some good money, and they can be doing it part-time or full-time. It doesn't, you know, or even as a side hustle, because part-time, you can be part-time and be extremely successful. So people who are making some good money, who are working part-time, full-time, side hustle, and then also who are doing something interesting or different, that also draws me in. I like to learn about different ways or new ways that people are doing things, something that might spark a little light bulb in somebody else's head. So yeah, that's one of the things that I'm looking to do with the podcast. What else? For YouTube. So I do want to have some more educational or informational content. I do get a lot of requests for that. Those aren't always my most watched videos, but I do get a lot of requests for that. I want to still do hauls and unboxings. I used to do lots and lots of them, and to be honest, I've just been really busy recently that I'm buying stuff. I just haven't even had the time to make a haul video because I need to get it listed so I can make money. This is my job. I am a reseller first and foremost. That's where I make the bulk of my income. Don't get that twisted on any level. I know there are some people who, rely on their YouTube income. I don't rely on my YouTube income. I do make, a fair income from YouTube money. However, I resell and that's how I make my money. So if you're curious, I still would like to do 2 videos a week. I had previously been on a schedule of Tuesdays and Thursdays, but it's just been very busy recently that I've been having a hard time keeping that. And I still would like to do what sold videos. Again, they're just more time consuming because I have to do a little bit of editing. It's not even a lot of editing, but it's a little bit. And even that is sometimes, it's just a big burden for me still. So that's my thoughts with YouTube. If you have any video suggestions, put them in the description down below because I'm always open and, I'm not saying I'll do everything, but I'll try. Lastly, personal goals that I have for myself. So I do have personal goals. The first one is my health. So in the past, basically since I started reselling, the past 2.5, 3 years, since I started reselling full time, my health has not been great. I put on a bit of weight, more weight than I am comfortable with. And not just for vanity reasons, it's for my physical health. So when I put on a large amount of weight, which I have, it takes its toll on my back and my lower back. I've always had back issues. I've been seeing a chiropractor for about 11 years now. And whenever I'm heavier, my back starts to hurt more. And so for that reason, that is my number one reason for looking to get my weight down. And then also, there's the vanity part of it, which is I just want to feel comfortable in the clothes that I'm wearing. And then there's also lots of cute clothes that I thrift, and I can't wear probably 90% of them. So I'd like to be able to wear more of the clothes that I thrift. Can you relate to that? So I used to be in really good shape. I was actually about 3 years ago training to be a personal trainer, but that took the back seat when I realized that I could resell full time, which I really love. So I'm not necessarily looking to be a personal trainer again, but I would like to get more, I'd like to be more physical again and then get my eating in check, which means I would need to be cooking at home more. Time is money, and so oftentimes I just end up eating out or I order food because I can continue to work instead of making food, but I need to find a balance there. So yeah, if you have suggestions on that, if you have a good cooking YouTube channel that you like or Instagram page that you like, let me know. I need to get my garage back to being a garage. So it still looks a little crazy just from the, having been my previous office space. So I just need to get that organized and then eventually get the inventory out of there that still exists there. I could probably just keep some of it there, I'm thinking, with the existing storage shelves that I have. That was a tongue twister, but anyways, yeah, so getting my garage back to a normal place, and then, creating a sanctuary in my home. I really lost that in the past 2.5, 3 years once I started going full time. No room in my house has been sacred. I just went and got my hair done this morning. I was telling my friend and hairdresser that not even my bathtub in my bathroom is sacred because that's where I soak garments to get stains out. And I'm not saying that won't ever happen again, that I'll soak garments, but it's not even my bathtub where you think, okay, you go take a bath, relax. Because no, there's just junk around it. And if I want to take a bath, I want to wipe it out because it's had items soaking in there. So yeah, no part of my home has been sacred other than my bed. That's really been the only spot. So I want to just get it back to being my house. And part of that is going to be to Marie Kondo my house. If you're familiar with her and her book and her Netflix special that she had, Basically, she is a personal organizer and very much a minimalist. I don't want to be a minimalist, but I do want to pare down the things that I have in my house. When you're a reseller, you have no shortage of stuff, and it can feel like a lot, and I don't want my house to feel like that. I don't even want my office space to feel like that. Excuse me. But anyway, so I want to pare down the items that I have in my own home. So yeah, so those are my thoughts. I hope this was an interesting video for you to watch. I just wanted to kind of, I don't know, document this so I would have it maybe at the end of the year to watch and see what I was able to accomplish in that time. You know, I'm not holding myself to any of this. These are just thoughts and goals for this next year. The health one is really important to me, and organizing this space is really important to me, and everything else is kind of just icing on my cake. But yeah. What are your thoughts and goals for 2020? Do you have any? I would love to hear what you have planned for yourself, because I often get inspired by what other people are thinking about doing. So that's my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give me a thumbs up on your way out, and I'll talk with you soon. Bye.